So, hello, welcome back everyone, it's me, Raging Sane. Now I just want to say that this is the first time doing a reaction video, and first of all, I already seen these trailers before. I think I'm not aware of what's happening. I'll be giving my opinions after we see the trailers, and see you guys next time.
悟空さんはなぜこれ以上の強さを求めるのですか。
この名の力の大会で他の宇宙のとんでもねえ奴らに会ったから俺は燃えてんだ。あいつか。
何者かわからんが凄まじい気だ。やれブロリー。なんだこいつ。戦いながら学習してやがる。
素晴らしい。なんという戦闘力。
こいつは想像以上にきつそうだぞ。
ああ、ワクワクすんな。まだ上があんのか。ゴッドチェンジストラップもらえるぞ。よろしく。
サイヤ人はフリーザ軍の命令通りに働けばいい。
カカロッタ、まだ保育カプセルの中か。
自慢の我が息子よ、お前の潜在能力は天才的だ。
我が息子ブロリーを辺境の星に飛ばすおつもりだとか。俺はブロリーを最強の戦士に育て復讐をする。
時間がないかもしれないんだ。フリーザはよからぬことを企んでいる。
星ごと消えていただく絶好の機会じゃないですか。
絶対生き延びるんだぞ。前売り第2弾スーパードラゴンボールヒーローズブロリーもらえぞ。そろそろオラとやろうぜ。
よくもここまでやってくれましたね。
おめえは悪いやつじゃねえ。オラにはわかるんだ。
あいつは戦いたくて戦ってるんじゃない。
おめえまだ上があんのか。
これは遊んでいる場合じゃないな。クソこれが
やるぞベジータ。前売り第2弾スーパードラゴンボールヒーローズブロリーもらえぞ。
先着限定ダブル入場者プレゼントフルキャラクターフィルム風ステッカー
さらにスーパードラゴンボールヒーローズカードもらえる。
感触の大地朝でも暗い張り詰めた大気なら不評価右にならえそう教えられて似たような幸せ気づけば呼吸まで凍りつくここは分厚い氷の真ん中いつからか閉ざした心の殻期待を詰め込む熱がら反射鼓動が俺に問いただすそびえる巨大な壁越えるのは誰のため、自分を目指して何を背負っていたってその手の中の人生決めるのは他の誰でもないのさ君にしかない未来へ
ゴジータだ。
飛び
一丁行くぜ。
Okay, so yeah, that was the videos. Okay, my opinion about the videos, or just basically the trailers. The first one, so I like the idea that they wanted to show all the Dragon Ball fans after like the first release or the first reveal that the movie was gonna come a year before. It's kind of impressive, you know, seeing it like, you know, oh, we're seeing some huge changes on the animation, we're seeing some huge changes on the plot. We don't know what's gonna happen, so they did a good job of not revealing much of information, like right at the beginning. So I really do like that about Funimation. So Akira Toriyama did a good job of not revealing much of info, but you know, people are still gonna find a way, you know, to lick or leak more info. I just said lick, fuck me. So they're still gonna try to find a way to leak all that info out of nowhere and just reveal it to the people. So the first trailer, it may seem like it's a lot, but when you take a look at the new trailers that come after, the first trailer was pretty much incomplete. That's what I'm gonna say. It was pretty much incomplete because we seen some scenes that are modified from the trailer, like I don't know, like in the third trailer and between the fourth, all the scenes are modified, and that's why I say like the first trailer was incomplete, because most of the scenes were just not done yet. They were still working on them, obviously. So yeah, great job on not revealing much of info at the first trailer. Now the second trailer, I'm gonna say that it's just like an adaptation of what Dragon Ball Minus is. So we're combining like multiple stories in one single story. So here's the thing, the plot is like, so the plot is just basically from the beginning of the story of the Saiyans to the actual story, or where we stopped on the universe survival arc after. So we could say that we have been gotten some info revealed multiple times, and to me it just seems like out of that info that we have been leaked or revealed secretly, to figure out the clues and tips on what was gonna happen in this movie. First, people were starting to say like, oh, Gogeta's gonna appear in this movie, and yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. So I didn't got much excited with the fourth trailer after I saw it revealed, because like, okay, I already know this because I've seen the people leaking this info and comparing all the things, all the tips that they have been giving us. Is pretty much obvious. The conclusion is that obviously this character is going to appear in this movie because we already have examined all the variables. Or, only, oh my god, I'm a little bit nervous speaking right now, but going back into what I was saying, we already got that info revealed. So Gogeta Blue is going to appear in this movie. I got impressed. Like, okay, the fourth trailer wasn't much of impressive to me due to the fact that I already knew that Gogeta was gonna appear in this movie. It had to appear somehow. I'm a little bit surprised when I saw, like, at the beginning of the trailer, like, base Gogeta. That's something I've never seen before. I like that they put base Gogeta because this time they just, like, control the key on Gogeta. Because if we take a look at Gogeta from, Fusion Reborn, when we see Gogeta for the first time, he's in Super Saiyan. He's not on base, and it kind of looks weird just looking at a Fusion just full out Super Saiyan, and we're not seeing it on base. But I like that they put base Gogeta. It looks impressive, and also, I like the third trailer and the fourth trailer the most because they reveal a lot of info of what's gonna happen. So, first we see Super Saiyan God Gogeta is going to be a thing. Now, it was a thing on the manga, but now on the anime it's going to be a thing. So, what I'm seeing is that most of the things that they have been sending out from or on the trailers are just things that are happening on the manga. Because first, Super Saiyan God Vegeta is on the manga. Second, the adaptation of Dragon Ball Minus is a manga made by Akira Toriyama. So yes, so pretty much most of the animation I consider it as a manga. So every info that we're getting here, or the entire plot, it just comes made out of a manga straight away. It's just impressive. And when I first saw the first trailer, going back to that, I was hyped. I mean, like, who wasn't hyped? Every Dragon Ball fan must have gotten hyped. Now, they could have been, one or three trolling people online just saying like, oh, I hate this trailer, it's fucking shit. No. Most of people said, I love this trailer and I'm hyped for this movie. And I was one of them. So, yes. I like how they changed the animation from one single thing to another. It just makes it look more impressive. And I also like the parts where they put like a little bit of, I don't know, 4D animation or CG. It kind of looks impressive because I like that type of animation. I like CG adapted to what Dragon Ball is showing on the third trailer. I don't like CG animation or 3D animation from like other types of crappy animation. I could tell when something is crappy or not, and I gotta say that was awesome. I like it. I gotta say 100%. It is impressive. So, going back into analyzing the plot of the entire story. So going through the trailers, obviously the first trailer was incomplete. Second, the second trailer didn't reveal much of info about Broly and Goku and Vegeta. It didn't reveal much of it. It only revealed like the past story, like things that happened on Dragon Ball Minus. It changed the entire plot of the story. But when the third trailer came out, that's when the most info was revealed. like, okay, we're gonna be seeing Broly on multiple faces. Like, for me, Broly has like 4 faces. It has regular rage, it has rampage type of rage, it has Super Saiyan, and then it has legendary Super Saiyan that is full power Super Saiyan. So to me, he has like 3 transformations. No wait, not 3. And he has 4 instead of 3. So now looking at the plot like it's supposed to. This time I'm focusing on the plot. Now, first, let's start with the beginning. So we see like an adaptation of the Dragon Ball minus. We see Bardock Gene. We also see King Vegeta. We also see like Frieza, like in a different type of style from the original Frieza. We also see King Cold. One thing that I'm disappointed we didn't saw Cooler. I did wanted to see Cooler because it's like my favorite Frieza race. From obviously the 3 Frieza race characters that appear in Dragon Ball. He's my favorite. And we also see what truly happens on Planet Vegeta. Probably what happened on the original Dragon Ball series. It's just like a different timeline. So we're seeing 2 different timelines. Or maybe it's just that Akira Toriyama say like, oh, maybe why don't we change the plot or we change the entire story thing. We're changing how things look like. We're trying to integrate this character or this individual Broly, and we somehow gotta change the original story. So I think there was a really good excuse to change the original story by integrating Broly and Paragus in the movie. So we also see characters that we've never seen before on the Frieza army. It looks pretty cool. Like the characters, I should say that they're just small bitches, except for 2 of them, obviously. Like 2 little people in there, and the 2 of them that are left are just tall. But I'm not focusing on that because that's just minor detail. But it's just characters that are new. They basically didn't appear back then, and it's just amazing. We changed the entire plot. Like, congratulations, we changed the entire story of Dragon Ball. Now what's next? So to me, it feels like on the plot that this is how the story is gonna go. I don't know if this is truly what's gonna happen, but to me, this is my opinion. So at the beginning, we see like, I don't know, just Bardock and Gene, you know, with their son Goku, or just like, you know, the Frieza, King Cold, every single one of them just arriving into the planet. You know, we see on the 3rd trailer, maybe that's just like the beginning of the movie. And you know, we start looking at some scenes, or we see like something more extended, like an actual scene, not just like a flashback to the story or to the beginning of Dragon Ball. We just see like, you know, we see an entire scene of a flashback. Like, we get much more detailed information about what happened back then. Now, to me, it's just like, okay, Frieza just came into this planet thanks to the help of his father, King Cold. Hashtag Frieza is, I don't know, King Cold's princess, whatever. We could say that it's like, okay, the Frieza race is mostly of them are evil. But we're not saying that most of them are evil. We're just saying like almost like most of them, but the other half of the Frieza races are good, because we've seen it on examples, like on Xenoverse 2. Time Patrollers. We see Time Patrollers that are like, you know, Frieza races and stuff. Sorry if the video has to take like this long, you know, to explain, but I'm just saying my thoughts that I had for a long time analyzing all the trailers. So, not necessarily all Frieza races are evil, but like, you know, focusing on King Cold and on Frieza, like, oh, let's just go and conquer, I don't know, a bunch of planets, and we'll just become the kings of them. We'll rule them. And they just somehow popped into this planet that is the Saiyan race planet, and they just conquer it instantly. Now we see that people like all negative, like, okay, we're all screwed. This race that we just encountered is way more stronger than us, and we don't stand a chance against them. Now, what is kind of stupid is that going into the part of Broly and Fergus. Broly when he's a kid. Now, the main idea is that Broly just sent off into, I don't know, the third planet due to the fact that he's really powerful. He was born with a huge amount of ki. The question is, but who gave Broly this amount of ki? Because it couldn't have been Paragus. Because you see that Paragus is just like a regular Saiyan like everybody else. But who is truly, you know, Broly's mother? Now, if we somehow solve a way to find out who's Broly's mother, we might find a way to explain why Broly's that strong. But going back into the part of Broly, so he was sent off to the deserted planet due to the fact that he has a huge amount of power level, he's really strong, and anytime when he grows up, he's gonna screw us all. But that's how King Vegeta saw it. But in the way that Paragus saw it is like, okay, let's integrate Broly as another Saiyan warrior. Let's just put him to fight and just, you know, just kill every single race, and we'll just dominate everybody in the way. Like, if they would have included Broly as a Saiyan warrior to fight for the Saiyan race, the Saiyan race would be OP as hell. Like, they literally have a Saiyan that is surpassing the power of a god, and it's just impressive. Now, that was one of King Vegeta's mistakes. To be honest, it could have just used Broly, I don't know, somehow fight against the Frieza races, even though he's like a little kid and doesn't understand anything. It's just like somehow he's gonna pull off a rage and it's just gonna, you know, just kill everybody. But no, the option is, since we are already in trouble because of the Frieza races, we do not want more trouble, so we're just gonna send off outside of our planet another individual that is way more stronger than us and can dominate us soon. So that's the main problem why the Saiyans are suffering of lack of strength, because they're just sending off one of their strongest Saiyans. Like, maybe it's just because King Vegeta just wants his son to have a spotlight, or just wants him to be on the spotlight. Obviously his son, and he's the king of all the Saiyans. So it's like, okay, so listen up. This is my son Vegeta, and you all, when he grows up, you all gotta do what he tells you to do. So he was supposed to be the one who deserved the throne, but apparently there's no throne to get because all the Saiyans, or most of the Saiyans, are dead. Now we also see Goku. Now Goku in the Dragon Ball Minus, when he gets sent off to the Earth, he's not like, you know, a baby. He's a kid. Even though we may seem like on the pause, like, I know, like kind of an appearance of a little baby, he's a kid. He's not a baby. So main reason why he gets sent off to the planet, to Earth in the first place, is because Bardock actually, you know, it makes a conspiracy over Frieza, because it's not like that friendly to see someone coming into his planet and just dominate it completely and just say hello, like, and give you cookies and all that shit. No, if you're getting dominated, that means somebody's trying to win over some terrain over you and just wants to kill you or just betray you and just take full control of the situation. So Bardock just makes a conspiracy about Frieza, and it just says to being like, okay, let's take our son out of planet Vegeta and send him somewhere else that is safe, so he can live, because he feels like Frieza's actually going to destroy the planet, which that's actually what happened on the plot. So Frieza destroys the planet easily without no problems. Obviously, we're not going to see Bardock fighting Frieza in this movie, because it's just an adaptation of what Dragon Ball Minus is. It's not like the adaptation of Dragon Ball Z. But it's, you know, we're just going to see some exciting scenes at the beginning. Like, we're finally seeing Saiyans getting conquered by the Frieza race, which is kind of sad to be honest. So, going back to explaining the plot, Goku flies off to planet Earth. Obviously, we already know what happens. Planet Vegeta is destroyed. Paragus goes and finds his son Broly. Vegeta falls into the hands of Frieza and just, becomes completely loyal to him. And Goku just gets taken care by, Grandpa Gohan. So, I think that's gonna be like the end of the adaptation of Dragon Ball Minus, and then we're just gonna jump in directly to present day. So at present day, everything's like fine. The Tournament of Power was a huge success. Everybody was revived after the decision of Android 17, which I'm kind of sad right now because Android 17 is not appearing on this movie, and we're just seeing like things are like normal from Dragon Ball. Like Goku wants to get stronger. Obviously, when does Goku does not want to get stronger? If we never hear him saying that, that would be like a miracle, because we will never stop hearing Goku saying, "Oh, I want to become stronger." No shit, Sherlock. So obviously Vegeta's gonna try to just surpass Goku completely at a certain point. But there's always going to be a certain time when Goku's going to surpass Vegeta, and that's why Vegeta gets so mad every single time he sees Goku transforming into something new, because he's trying to dominate Goku somehow so he can fight him and just like teach him a lesson. Like, okay, you won the first battle, the second battle I won, but maybe the next battle, if I surpass you, I'm going to beat you. And that's gonna, take us out of the tie, because it's mostly a tie right now between Goku and Vegeta on who's stronger. So, yeah, we see that part just happening. Like, okay, it all just goes down normally. All over suddenly, we see, I don't know, like Frieza just fetching all the survivors of his old army. I don't know, maybe he has that idea, because if we notice on the Tournament of Power, when Goku tells him not to do any more mischiefs, he says that he can't promise that. So he's gonna come up with a mischief somehow, and that's exactly what happens here. So at the fourth trailer, we see Frieza with Paragus and Broly. So it seems like Frieza's like the leader of the army, like it should be. So, but how did he found Paragus and Broly? Well, at first, obviously, Frieza doesn't know where Paragus and Broly are. He's just like on the search of planets, looking for his old warriors. And after that much of a long time passing, maybe he like, oh, I finally found, the lost ones, or the ones who were in my army, but I never knew them. So, first thing is that Paragus was wishing revenge. And maybe Frieza finds out, like, okay, you want revenge on the Saiyans, I want revenge on two Saiyans as well, that have been defeating me for over a long time now, and they're so annoying that I somehow have to find a way to get rid of them. So, like, maybe just Frieza just, like, encourages Paragus to, I don't know, take revenge on the last Saiyans that are left, that are Goku and Vegeta, exceptioning over Paragus and Broly. So it's like, okay, I'm in with the plan, but maybe we can make things even more sweeter if I bring my son Broly. And that's why Broly is involved into all this, because if you notice, Broly is not a bad guy or either a good guy. He's like the main antagonist of the movie. Because if we take a look at one of like the phrases of Goku on trailer number 3, Goku says like, "Are you a villain? I seriously can't tell." Now that's not obviously that's not like the original phrase, but closely, because obviously we were seeing the trailers in Japanese and we didn't saw like any subtitles or anything, so I literally can't tell. And especially that I don't want to get copyrighted, so I just send it on Japanese. So like taking a look at Broly, he's not much of a villain, but he's not much of a hero either. He's like in between both of them. And Broly, maybe he's like suffering in this movie, like, I don't know, child abuse, because if we notice, Paragus is using a really strong weapon to defeat anyone that comes in his way, and he just uses Broly, his son. Now that should be considered child abuse, if I'm not mistaken. So we're taking a subject that is really important and is really serious on this movie, that is child abuse, over Broly, I guess. So we take a look at the plot. Frieza just wants to, you know, encourage Paragus to take revenge. That's when Frieza, Broly, Paragus, and Frieza's original army servants come in and just like, okay, let's finally finish both of these Saiyans that we're so pissed at them. Like, Frieza's pissed at Goku, even though he helped them, and Goku helped him as well. So, but they're still enemies, to be honest. Even they're not enemies, but like rivals. But maybe like a little bit of both in between. That's what a rival is, obviously, a friend and an enemy. But like most of the part of the rivalry is just like, you know, just enemies. We're enemies, and that's it. We're not saying anything else. So Frieza comes into the planet with Broly and Paragus. Then Paragus is since he's the one in charge of Broly, since he's his father, and maybe like any command that Paragus does to Broly, Broly's gonna do it. Now, I'm not saying that Paragus is controlling Broly, because obviously we see that Broly is out of control in some parts, and it's like he has rage problems, and like there's absolutely nothing controlling him at this point. So Paragus is not controlling Broly, but obviously we see the subject of child abuse, so that's kind of controlling him. And you know, it just tells Broly, like, okay, go attack these two Saiyans and just eliminate them instantly. So we actually see Goku and Vegeta struggling on this fight against Broly. It's pretty interesting, because we have seen Goku struggling on fights before, but not at this peak. Like, the only time that we've seen Goku suffering this much, it was against Jiren. And Jiren, my god, Jiren, you, my boy, you are strong. But Broly, you are even more stronger. Like, it just Broly is like the perfect match for Jiren. Like, oh, Jiren, why don't you fight this brand new Saiyan that we found that is called Broly? You might struggle against them somehow. Kinda true. Because obviously if they're sending new content into Dragon Ball, and they're sending like a main antagonist or a main villain, obviously has to be more stronger than the characters themselves, and somehow the characters are gonna find a way to surpass that level, and, you know, just do an even battle, or just like surpass the enemy completely, which that is the case in this situation. So we see Goku and Vegeta, you know, just like at the beginning, just a normal fight, but then Broly goes out on a rampage, and he gets like really fucking pissed at Vegeta, and you know, it just dominates Vegeta completely. Then afterwards, Goku or Kakarot just steps in, and it fights against Broly, and it gets badly defeated. But Goku says like, okay, it's not over yet. We're gonna keep battling. Like, this is the fight maybe that Goku was searching for, because if we take a look at Goku, he always wants to fight, you know, opponents that are way more stronger than him, like Jiren. He was excited to fight against Jiren, but in this case he's gonna be even more excited. But he kind of seems like he's serious on this one. So we see Goku and Vegeta and Broly fighting, against each other, you know, like not Goku and Vegeta just fighting against each other, but like cooperating. It seems like this time, Goku's not the one who's gonna take the main role on defeating the villain, but like both Goku and Vegeta. So that's impressive. That's kind of a change. There was an alternative finish on one of the mangas in Dragon Ball where just Goku and Vegeta just fight off against Jiren, but we're not going to concentrate on that because that's not part of the video. I'm trying to end it as quick as I can, but this is just a review that I can give so far. So, Goku and Vegeta still fight. Like, we can tell that this is going to be like a long fight between each other. I don't know how can like from a glacier, the glacier turn into magma disaster. I don't know how that happened so quick. But maybe it's just, you know, the fight, it was too intense. This could say that the fight is too intense, man. There's nothing we can do. So after this, we see like Goku and Vegeta cooperating. That's where Broly says like, "You're not gonna defeat me. I'm gonna go wait for the moment." That's when Broly transforms into Super Saiyan, because when Broly's struggling, he's just gonna transform into something new so he can struggle less. And that's when at this point we see like Goku and Vegeta just throwing off, I don't know, people just confused at final Kamehameha, but it's just Gallic Kamehameha, due to the fact that Vegeta is doing the pose of the Gallic Gun instead of the pose of the Final Flash. And, you know, it makes more sense because first, the Final Flash attack is just main for Vegito. And maybe like the Gallic Kamehameha is like the new main attack for Gogeta. So, and that's kind of impressive. Now, during this time, it's like, okay, Kakarot, we can't do anything else. This guy is way too strong. We don't have any alternatives. And that's maybe like Goku comes up with a plan. It's like, we do have one less alternative, but I know that you're not gonna like it. And I don't know, they just start fighting each other and all that shit. Now, one thing that I noticed is that Whis is actually gonna fight against Broly, but maybe he's not gonna take like the main role on the fight. It's just, you know, like a distraction for him. But going back into the part where Goku and Vegeta are about to fuse, it's like maybe like, okay, we have to do this. We have no choice. Even though it's gonna embarrass me a lot, I'm still gonna do it, because Vegeta, he would rather lose his pride to fuse with Goku. Like, he would rather lose his pride first, because Vegeta's just stubborn, and that will never change from Vegeta's character. So going back into that part, Goku and Vegeta fuse, they become Gogeta, and they just fight off against, you know, Broly. To me, it seems like they already tested out the fusion, because when they appear in Gogeta on base, they're like somewhere else different from where they're supposed to be. So maybe it's like they already tested out the fusion. So it's like, okay, maybe this method will help us win, because we already test this out, so we can make sure that nothing goes wrong. Because the main problem with all the fusions that have been happening over Dragon Ball, the main reason why they have been failing, obviously exceptioning over Gogeta, is that they never test out the fusions. It's like the first time that they use them. Now, obviously, when Vegito popped up on the Trunks saga, it was like, you know, okay, we already know how this feels. We already test this out. Maybe we can get a better result. No. We wasted our ki as quick as we could, and I guess we're gonna lose this time. But obviously, Trunks is the one who takes the main role on defeating Fusamasu, but let's not concentrate on that. So it seems like Broly's actually gonna struggle against, I don't know, Gogeta, because to me, Gogeta is the strongest fusion compared to what Vegito is. He's like the most strongest fusion, the main one. Like, we already been getting these clues all over, because I've been getting that information out of Dokkan, because I've been playing Dokkan lately for I don't know, I think since a few months ago, and I've been doing pretty good on the game, not gonna lie. I've been seeing the info that has been sent on the news area at the title screen of the game. Like, first I saw that they were gonna resend a movie of Broly. Okay, they're just, maybe they just want to, you know, make a remake of these movies, like, I don't know, put HD or whatever, you know, put higher quality. Now afterwards they announced, I think, I don't know, I'm not sure. Afterwards they announced the re-release of the movie of Fusion Reborn and the Bardock special. So it kind of makes sense. First, we're seeing a Broly that's canon, and the company's releasing, recreating on a higher quality an old movie that it was the Broly movie that was released years ago. So that's the first clue. Second clue, adaptation of the Dragon Ball Minus. We're taking a look at the Dragon Ball Z story first, before we look at the Dragon Ball Minus stuff. Like, they decided to release the Bardock special, so we could take a look at what was Dragon Ball back then and compare to what Dragon Ball Minus is going to be now. And if we take a look at the movie of Fusion Reborn, that's just basically the main clue that Gogeta's gonna appear in this movie. Come on. Every single thing that we have been seeing is non-canon. I don't know if the Bardock thing is non-canon. To me, it's just like, it's canon. It's just canon. But Broly and Gogeta, they're completely non-canon. And to me, it's like the company, maybe these characters are like really famous over the public, or, you know, the Dragon Ball community. Let's just give them what they want. Let's make these characters canon so we can give them a little bit more of excitement. And maybe that's what they do. They just turn all the things that we thought that they were non-canon just completely canon. Obviously, not all the things that are non-canon they're gonna be canon, but some of the things. So Gogeta's canon. Right after they fuse, it's like, okay, now you're dead, Broly. Now you're dead for sure. So that's where Broly just gets completely beat up by Gogeta. And I don't know, I just heard this finale or ending for the movie that before even Gogeta destroys Broly, they save him with the Dragon Balls and stuff. I don't know. We see Shenron in the trailers, like at the third trailer and the fourth trailer. So yeah, maybe that's truly the ending. But like, for sure, what I'm gonna say is that Broly's not gonna be defeated in this movie. That's my main opinion. That Broly's gonna resist. He's gonna stay in Dragon Ball, since he's gonna be like completely canon from now on. He's going to somehow last on this, and maybe he just, I don't know, separates from Paragus and from Frieza, and maybe he just goes somewhere else, just do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know, maybe he just goes on his own. And that's where the new arc, that is the Space Patrol arc, that has been leaked, also on the reveal of a new arc on Jump Festa. Maybe that's just gonna be it. Like, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie is just like a gate to entering a brand new arc, because that's what we've been seeing most of the time on Dragon Ball. Every single time, like three arcs end, because let's be honest, every single time three arcs end, there's always gonna be an opening movie for a new arc, because that's what basically happened on the beginning of the new arcs. Like, the first arc was, you know, just the Namek saga, or the planet Namek arc. Jesus. Then afterwards it was the Cell arc. Then afterwards it was the Buu saga, or the Majin Buu arc. And afterwards, that's when the movie of Battle of the Gods came out. That was like the opening for Dragon Ball. Like after Dragon Ball Z Kai last chapters ended, there was absolutely nothing else. But then that's when Battle of the Gods come in, like, oh yeah, we're seeing Dragon Ball again, for all the old bees of Dragon Ball and for all the new outcomers or the newcomers for Dragon Ball. We're gonna see something really exciting. Like, okay, let's just bring more people into Dragon Ball by creating this movie. Obviously, the movie had its own downfalls on the animation, but the animation was just like a change for Dragon Ball. Now, after seeing the movie, we see the same thing on the beginning of Dragon Ball again. Like, when the series actually starts, we see Battle of the Gods, but in the anime, not in the movie. Afterwards, we see the Trunks saga. That is the Trunks arc. And afterwards, we see the Universe Survival arc, or the Universal Survival arc. And now we're seeing the movie of Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, to me, it seems like this time, instead of just, beginning with, instead of just beginning a new arc with a movie and just show the exact same thing, or just rearrange some things before we start on the anime, maybe this time is not going to be that way. It's like, okay, we finished the movie, now let's make a new arc, but we're not going to put the content that we already showed on on the movie. So maybe they're just gonna put new content. Now, before I even started, getting the clips for this video, I saw something that it said like about the transformations of Gogeta, Base, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instincts. No, Ultra Instincts is not real. That's not coming, because we're focusing the main part of this is just we're focusing on a new fusion. Okay, we're just starting with a brand new fusion. Technically, it's a fusion that we already seen before, but this time it's going to be considered canon. It's just going to have like a little spot on the Dragon Ball anime world to make some changes. And to be honest, 100%, if people consider that Ultra Instincts Gogeta is gonna pop up somehow anytime soon, I don't consider it that way. Because if we're seeing content that is from a manga, the only time that we saw Goku using Ultra Instincts obviously was in the Universe Survival arc. And I don't know, like after that is just, making the transformation of Super Saiyan Blue stronger. Because I actually saw a video, talking about the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, how exciting it is, of how exciting it is. Because the Super Saiyan Blue transformation is like, it has 3 phases. It has the first phase, that is obviously the beginning phase for the Super Saiyan Blue, as the middle phase, that is just, okay, we're starting to master it. And then afterwards is the last phase, that is the Mastered Super Saiyan Blue. And obviously, when we take a look at the Super Saiyan Blue transformations, after going from one step to another, the aura changes somehow. And to me, Gogeta, what it's going to do, or Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, the way that it's going to pop out, is like, I don't know, Master Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta? Maybe, I don't know. So, that's all the info that I have for the plot of Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. It's a lot of content, to be honest. A lot. I am surprised of how did I even squeeze this in. Maybe like if I would have explained all the thoughts, I would have taken more time, but I don't want to go over 1 hour of runtime on my video, so I'm just going to try to end it as quick as I can. So you guys already know, to me, my opinion on how the movie is going to go out. we're not going to know yet, obviously, in the sites of America, because, to be honest, Japan is going to get it first. Every single content is from Dragon Ball. It always exclusively comes first on Japan. I'm not saying that I'm racist or anything, which don't consider it I'm racist. It's like, maybe why don't you instead sending the content on Japan before the Americas, just send it like at the same time, because in Dokkan battles they have been doing the same thing. Like the banner of Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think it popped out before in the JP version, but now in the global version it just popped out. But I'm pretty sure that this Dragon Ball Super Broly banner is gonna pop out at the same time that it's gonna pop out in the JP version in the global. So I'm hoping. Anyways, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you may think the reason why I got over more than 10 minutes, if you can already tell the video is like over 51 minutes, then you may think like, oh, maybe it's just for YouTube revenue, you little asshole, you little dipshit. No, it's not because of the YouTube revenue, because to be honest, I really don't care much about it. I didn't even knew about the joke at the first place when they started making that joke. Like, why the hell are they talking about like 10 minutes of runtime on the video? I was so confused, and I was even asking people if they knew about like the joke of the 10 minutes. And when I started realizing what the joke of the 10 minutes was, then I kind of saw it like on a different way, because to me, I don't really care much about the 10 minutes runtime on the video. Maybe I can make like a video that is less than that, like my latest video, or my last video that I did before this one. It was not even like, it was not even, I think, like 2 minutes. If it was like 2 minutes, maybe it wasn't more than 3 minutes. So I really don't care much about the YouTube revenue part, because they can somehow get money out of somewhere. So anyways, again, I don't know why am I saying this again, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoy my theory or whatever, my, I don't know, my opinion of what the plot is gonna go on the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Obviously, I'm gonna try to make them more shorter next time instead of just making a whole argument. But I don't know, maybe we'll get it shorter next time. So shout out to Slipstream, my favorite partner, my pal. Make sure to go to his channel, find it on the search or whatever. Just search Slipstream. Make sure to go to his channel and subscribe to him. Maybe like if he gets like 20 subscribers or something, maybe he just gets a prize or some shit. I don't know, maybe he'll just come back doing more videos, because I do have info about him, but I'm not gonna reveal much of info about it. So oh my god, I just don't know how to end it. I just ended like all the classic videos like, oh, make sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe as well, I don't know, giveaway shit or whatever. I don't know, I really don't care much about that. Just let's just end the transmission right here. See you guys next time.